And with that, welcome everyone. We're downtown St. Margaret's Bay. Tantallon here, Nova Scotia. U15 action getting ready to take place. Mike Elliott here with High Button Sports, as we have been looking forward to this one all day. Sitting first are the Gulls, sitting second are the Novas. Could this be a prequel? Well, that could something that could happen here in a few weeks, as there's under 10 games to go in the regular season here in the U15. As we hear the players banging their sticks, starting between the pipes for the Novas, we got number 29, Landon Wilson, and between the pipes for the Gulls, number 30, Wise Espo. And with that, the Gulls going to start this thing off as they get the draw from center, knock it in deep, going to give chase. Look at pass, one right out front. That's going to split the uprights at the blue line. And they have to give chase back in their own zone as Kennedy looks to pick it up. He takes it in behind his own goal, hands it off now. And they try to go cross ice to the far side. Now we're going to get a race for it back in the zone, trying to get there first. And almost able to catch up to that was Sears. But a good defensive play there by Novas to move it. Now they're going to try to move it out. Down here on the short side, getting forced to the boards as the battle here along. Now it's put in deep. They had a quick look as we're right in the middle of the fans here in the fountain downtown town. And the Gulls are throwing the body around early as both teams making some changes. Gulls now high and hard off the boards. Picked up at his own blue line, looking to make a move and bring it up is Douglas. He loses the handle and then back the other way quickly as these two teams go back and forth through the neutral zone. Novas would look to set up from just inside their own line. They hand it off, picked up by Romard. He tries to get a step. He walks in, passes off, and there's a shot. And there's a first real test there as Espo able to slide over and hold on. Now a chance here, trying to get free is Douglas. Douglas trying to get it, couldn't quite pull it enough to his stick. And you can see here the cheer of the crowd was looking for a play there. Now here from the corner, Novas trying to knock it loose. Gulls come up with it, looking to avoid a check, trying to come out front. Novas will push it to the far side, chipping in from the blue line though. Is Sergeant Greenwood puts it back in deep. Gulls looking to make a change. Novas looking to take advantage. Little touch pass just inside the line. Up through the middle now. Hits the red line, got to chip it in deep as he's looking for a change to the other side now. The Gulls going to pick it up, looking to wind it up from behind his own net. Looking for some room to skate up here inside the line. Trying to dipsy-do inside. Oh, get the shot. Pad save. And the roll test there for Wilson. Kicking the toe out to keep that out. Gulls hold the line, though. Put it to the open corner. There's another collision there. Like I said, the Gulls really throwing the body to start this game. We're going a long time here without a whistle to start the first. Novas looking to dance their way outside the line. Does just come outside. Gulls have to tag up. Wilson's going to play that to his defender. He looks up here through the center. Duggan going to leave that, and it's picked up, but nowhere to go. And the Gulls are quickly back the other way. Maybe trying to get a step there far side. Going to try to use the D as a screen. He shoots and wires one, but wires that one a little high. It's off the glass, and the battle now through the neutral zone as McIsaac hits the blue line, dumps it in deep. As Espo came out to play it, got a little bit of a stick on it, but he's able to leave it in the corner. And the Gulls will bring it outside the line. Make a little move there. Levy had nowhere to go. Novas go back and forth. Icing waved off at center. Espo out to play it again. This time he got a backhand one to the corner. They try to move things around. Gulls can't clear. And they're going to get our first whistle. We got over 3 minutes of straight end-to-end action. Hand pass will be the call. Should bring the face-off outside the zone. Gulls making a late change. They get set up for the draw. This face-off comes here to the half wall. Novas will pick it up at center. Take a big bump there right in front of the penalty box, and the timekeepers. And Novas can't get the puck in deep. Picked up and quickly back the other way. Here comes Jollymore. Jollymore spins. He looks to go out front. That one's going to be deflected outside the zone. Hustling back now to pick it up. Where the Gulls, they looked up cross ice, touched up through the middle. Now look for some room to skate is Cannon. Cannon trying to get up to the high slot, can't find any room. These two teams are exactly what we thought they would be. Pretty even here so far. No real time and space for either of them. See if that changes here now as Douglas trying to find some room. He can't get over the line. Nova's pushing back the other way. They give chase as it comes just inside the blue line. But it's picked off by Levy, who hands it off. Now looking for some room up through the middle is McKinnon. McKinnon trying to drag. He can't get by the black jerseys in front of him. As the Nova's defense doing a good job not allowing the Gulls any room there in front of their goaltender. Now the Nova's looking to skate out. They get as far as the blue line. Can't make anything happen there. They have to reset again. Up here on the near boards. He's trying to chip that in with Dykers. He looks for a change. Gulls will pick it up behind their own goal. As two Novas collapse quickly on him. It does pop out. And Dufour looks to go off the wall. Dufour pushing and shoving now. Novas look to put it right back in deep. Gillis. And from the blue line, Calder trying to get it deep to the corner. As Crawford bumps his player. As we're almost to the 5-minute mark here in the first period, scoreless hockey game. Shots 2-1 in favor of the Gulls. As that puck is finally dug out. Now a shot from the blue line. That goes off a skate. As getting in front of that one was Pelham. Now loose puck picked up by the Gulls and they look to go for a skate. Up through the middle now. McKinnon hits the red line. He's looking for a change as he dumps it in. Picked up by Calder. There goes Cross with it. Now through the middle as Crawford tries to chip it in. Now he's got to give chase. He didn't get too much on it. Puck's in his skates as he's able to put it down low. Romard tries to come out front. Picked off. Here comes the Gulls. 3-on-3 shaping up on the far side. Moves over. Nice little pass. Trying to get a step. Trying to walk in. Gets a shot. Rebound. And what a save. First shot. Wilson's able to kick the toe out, make the save, and then the rebound was sitting there and crashing the goal, but then flashing some leather was Landon Wilson, keeping this a 0-0 hockey game. Nicest chance so far here of this hockey game, and it was an absolute beauty, but making it look easy, flicking the wrist as the Nova's goaltender. Face-off will stay here inside the zone. Great crowd here for a Saturday night game here in St. Margaret's. And they're into it too. Both teams cheering their teams on. In behind. Novas start to break out. Lacrosse ice pass here down below us. Both teams give chase in the goal zone. Now in behind the net. It pops out front here, but the Gulls get on a stick on it. Now they start to move. Douglas just below us. He gains entry to the zone. He tries to use the D as a screen as he fires that one right on target. But again, there's Wilson standing tall, making it look easy with the glove. He's able to hold on, force on the face-off here in the Nova zone. About 9 minutes remaining here now in the first period. 0-0 our score. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this snowy, chilly Saturday night. Hopefully you're taking some time to check in the High Button channel. All the games have been happening all day. You got the U18 playoffs getting started. Of course, U15, U16, and U18 female. Some great hockey all over this great province, and we're glad to be able to bring it to you. As the Nova's going to push it out. See if this one makes it far enough for icing. As the whistle goes, icing will be the call. And we'll bring that face-off back to the Nova zone. Of course, the player to watch, number 9 for the Gulls, Bowen Cranston, leading the league with 62 points. This draw, one straight back. Nova's going to rim it to the far side. And they'll start to move it up. Gets as far as the line, not out. There's a pass. Trying to find somebody open in front there with Sears. Now it's bouncing around the top of the crease. Nova's able to push it to the wall. Going to go high off the glass, stays in. And Nova's able to force it out. He's trying to find some room there is Duggan. Gulls get it to the other side, and they hit the red line. They move it over. They had to dipsy doodle back as he's looking for a change. If they would have been offside, they dump it in. Now it's off the boards. Up here through the middle. Pass picked off by Pelham. He puts it back in deep. Wilson out to play it. Leads it behind the goal. They go along the boards. Takes a bounce off the bench, but not able to hold the line. As the Novas will push it back in their own zone. But after they look for a loose puck is Nordine. He tries to get out front. There's Cranston sitting on the doorstep. His shot goes wide. Cranston now behind the goal. He looks to go back to the blue line with it. Here's a quick shot from Noel. That's blocked in front. Here comes the Nobles. Trying to split the D, trying to cut through, but able to push him off and take his player down. The good defensive play there by Paxton Kennedy as the puck comes in right on Espo. He's able to hold on. He dives out to the top of his crease to freeze that puck. Both teams will make some changes now. The faceoff will come in the Gulls zone. Shots on goal now, 5-1 in favor of the Gulls. This faceoff, Nova's control, but getting tripped up and going down, and a chance here for the Gulls to move it up as Douglas chips it into the zone. Nova's picked that off. They try to skate to the far side, up quickly to the middle. Little touch pass with some speed. Getting entry to the zone here is Romard. As he tried to pass out front, nobody home, going to come to the blue line. Put in deep as he takes a bump. Now loose puck's going to come outside the line. Nova's trying to put it right back in, but it's blocked by Greenwood. He tries to make his way to the front of the goal, but Wilson going to put that to the boards. And a big collision there on the far side. Referee's letting this go as the battle goes to the corner. Now behind another hit. The Gulls have really been throwing the body around early here in this first period. Nova's forced back. There's another hit right in front of the official as well. It's a little bit after the puck left. Play continues. Looks like the whistles might be away for this one. Hard to say, so lots of hockey left to be played. As picking the puck up in his own end is Jollymore. He passed off to the side. Now quickly up here to Levy. Levy down below us. He tries to find some time and space. Tries to headman the puck inside the zone. Nova's picked that off. They put it to center. Gulls right there to put it back in deep. Wilson out to play it. Leaves it for Calder, who hands it off. And the Nova's trying to move it up. Second opportunity there by Austin as he's able to put it in deep. Espo plays it. And now it comes out, but it gets as far as center. There's the Novas again and knock it right back in deep. Gulls will try again. Off the wall. Up through the middle. He picked up by Calder. Calder kind of hand it off to Austin. Austin now on the backhand. He's going to feed it to the far side. Grabbing that in stride. Walking in, firing a shot. And Espo hasn't seen much action in the last little bit. Comes way out to the top of his crease. Sees that one. Gets the glove open. Holds on. Makes the save. And will force a face-off in his zone. Just over 5.5 remaining here. First period scoreless hockey game. Face-off will come now. Trapper's side of the Gulls goaltender. And the official didn't like how that was lined up. The wingers creeping in a little bit too far. So we'll redo that draw. This face-off winning it straight forward. The Gulls, but can't clear the line as the Nova's there to knock it right back in deep. This time Espo's got to play it, plays it to the corner. Gulls go off the boards. Big hit in that corner. Play continues. And now the Nova's turn to step up a little bit with the physicality. The other way. Gulls trying to get inside the zone. Just down below us. Referee right there yelling at them to move it. As all the officials there looking on. Puck pops out for a moment. Novas have it. They're going to put it down deep as he falls down there. Puck still loose in behind. Now pops to the corner again. Gulls giving the Novas no time and space here. They're all over that puck in the offensive zone. Now it's picked up by Frazier. He'll look for a high backhand. Now it would have been touched for the high stick, but the Novas pick it back up. So that's waved off. They'll hit center, try to chip it in. As Purcell hustles to get back, the Gulls pick it up, and that one's almost picked off just inside the line, but a good recovery there by Jollymore as he's going to hit the center line, moves up to Douglas. Douglas got a fire shot, blocker save, rebound, but couldn't quite corral that in the backhand as he gets forced to the corner. And the Novas behind their own goal as he stops up, looking for an opening now. He hands off, far side. They got to flick a high one up to the middle as they try to get that down, but offside's got to be the call. I got a couple of dads here to my left not agreeing with that one. But as we say, we're trying to be as neutral as possible up here in the booth. The officials down there have the hard enough job as it is, so offside will be the call. This face-off, one straight back by the Gulls. They put it off the open wall, then Douglas going to put it in deep. As in behind the play, a battle was happening there between Crawford and Henneberry as the puck was going to the Nova zone. Referees let that go. Now the Nova's looking to bring it out. A little bounce pass in behind the net. As every time they look up, they see nothing but white jerseys as they're down still deep in their own zone. This one cross crease as Wilson watched that one go through the top of the blue paint. Now the Novas will flick one up ahead. This one's not going to make it far enough for icing. Picked up in his own zone by Kennedy. He had the quick pass up the far side. Now Cranston, little chip and chase. He tries to make it far enough. He's going to win the race and delegate the icing as the officials had their arm up. Now cross ice pass. Nice little pass. Shoots, scores. What a pass. What a shot. Goal strike first. It's 1-0. Wide open in the high slot, making no mistake going upstairs. High above the blocker is going to be number 14, Grayson Sears, with an absolute laser beam. Getting the Gulls on board first with 3:25 remaining here in the first period. We'll bring it back to center, wait for the official goal call. As the Gulls put the puck back in the net here, it is here. Well, Cranston going to get the assist marker there in Sears' goal. As he brought that puck all the way around the net and found the opening, and Sears found himself wide open right at the hash mark to make no mistake as he goes top cheese above the blocker on Wilson. This face-off, deep to the corner, picked up near by Dufour. Dufour stops up, looks back the other way. It's going to go up high, but a little too high, as that's way up over the glass and out of play. We'll keep that face-off inside the zone. Just under 3 minutes remaining here. First period, Gulls scoring moments ago. The first goal of this hockey game. Face off, one back to the corner. Gulls will look up ice. Trying to find some room on that far side. And fanning on that pass, and it almost had his stick lifted, but does able to move it. But they get as far as the line, not out. Maybe a chance here for McKinnon as he tries to get to a shooting lane. Quick pass and a quick shot. And how does that stay out? A quick cross crease pass, and somehow Espo, doing the splits from post to post, keeps that out, as somehow the Novas thought they had the tie and goal with a beauty little crisscross pass in front of the crease. And I don't know if he got all of it, but he got a piece of it for sure, and Espo gets over and somehow keeps that out. And you know what happens sometimes. You see a big save at one end, team comes right down the other, and we'll see what happens here as the goal's put inside the zone, but it's going to be picked off and look to move it up there. Is McMullen. Novas can't gain entry to the zone as the Gulls quickly back the other way. They're over the blue line. Quick pass, far side, trying to go skate the stick, but can't pull the trigger. As taken away from him is McDonald. He moves the puck along the boards. Look for some room to skate is Austin. Austin gets it inside the line. He's going to fire a shot. Rebounds loose. Espo is down, but he's able to find it, cover up. That's a shot along the ice. Save is made. Rebounds loose for the moment, but he's able to get down and freeze that puck top of his crease with 1:48 remaining here in the first period. Faceoff will stay in the Gulls zone. Shots now 7-6 in favor of the Gulls. With the Novas coming all that close moments ago. Now the faceoff. One straight back again. Gulls will reverse it here to the near side. Everybody collapsed quickly on the puck. Referee yelling at the move. It does come loose. Trying to walk out, trying to find an opening. As Sampson fires one. And I think that got a piece of something as it goes just wide. Now from the corner. Kept in at the blue line, but lands on a Gulls stick as they start looking up ice. They put the brakes on, and they've got to fire up to neutral ice. Nova's got to backpedal a little bit. They pick it up for the brakes on. They look to clear. Gulls get on them quickly. They force him right back deep. Looking to pick it up now is Alex McDonald. He looks to pass up. That's going to pass a few players. Icing's waved off. What's going to make it fair enough anyway? It's back in the zone now. They look to move it up ice. Looking for a change was Douglas as he chips it in. Back to pick it up here is McMullen. He goes for a quick stretch pass. And he had to get his head up as Dykers was able to chip it in deep. And then losing an edge there was Kennedy down the corner, but he's up and okay. And the Gulls look to break out. Up to the middle now. Trying to dance his way through. That puck's going to be stolen as McMullen brings it back deep in his own zone, hands it off to Frazier. Frazier, who has Levy on him, looking for some help as he reverses it. And then Nova's able to pick it up. A little partial 2-on-2 shaping up. He's trying to find some room there as Dykers gets his own rebound, fires a shot, and they score! First save made by S-Ball, second save as well, but the third time's a charm. As with 18 seconds remaining here in the first period, Novas get the equalizer. As crashes the goal, they're whacking away at the puck right in front of the Gulls goaltender. As they look back, I believe it's number 15, Wes Gillis. I'll have to wait for the official goal announcer as there's 3 Novas down there whacking away at the puck in front of Espo. Either way, towards the end of this first period, Novas get their equalizer and they tie it up. Now here comes the Gulls again, quickly off that draw. Looking to get it back, pass short side, fire one, and again, making it look easy with the glove is Wilson. Calm, cool, collected, just standing there, flicks the wrist, flashes the leather as the Gulls coming that close to regain their 1-goal lead. Face-off will stay in the Nova zone here, about 8.6 up on the clock. The Nova's trying to survive the end of this period here as it gets back. They try to move things around. From the half-off, trying for a quick cross-ice pass. And the Nova's going to clear it out, and the horn's going to go. Well, that's going to do it for here for after 1. Shots on goal, 10-8 in favor of the Novas. But we're all tied at 1. We'll take a short little break here, come right back for the second period. And just like that, we'll blow the whistle with just a quick little break here as we get ready for the second period. The teams will switch ends. We're all tied after 1. We'll put 20 minutes up on the clock. Of course, they clean the ice between the second and third. Pretty clean affair, even though both teams throwing the body around. No penalties there in that first period. So lots of hockey left to be played to start making any of those bold statements as the Gulls looking to bring the puck inside the zone. That's going to be picked up. Here comes the Novas. I was trying to listen to that goal announcer. It's hard to hear the announcer here as it's quite muffled as that puck goes down the length of the ice, and icing will be charged to the Gulls. So I'll bring that face off. Only about 23 seconds tick off the clock here to start the second. We'll bring it back to the Gulls zone. Nova's going to put some fresh legs on the ice. Of course, Gulls can't change on the icing. This face-off in the feet, scramble draw pops out. Gulls have it as Greenwood moves it in behind. Now he gets it back. Looking up ice, trying to find his man at center. Nova's push it up ahead, and they're going to try to get deep ahead. Watch out as he spun and turned, takes a shoulder-on-shoulder check as he tries to put it in deep. Now the Gulls move it to the far side, and it's Cranston trying to find some room. He can't make anything happen there. Far side, they start to move it up. Bouncing puck, and watch out there at center as Cannon just avoids the check. Now walking is Cranston. He fires one short side as he had a mini break, and I'm pretty sure Wilson got a piece of that. And flying in there, looking for another chance there from the high slot is Cannon. He can't quite get that on target. Puck still loose. That hits the body front. Second one's going to miss high and wide as the Gulls coming that close in this sequence. And you're able to hold it at the blue line. Back up top. Walking in now. Kennedy. He fires one. That misses just wide. Rebound is put in behind the goal. They start to move things around. Kennedy has a quick look. He's going to look to bring it inside. He's looking back to his partner up top. Look for some traffic in front. And that does get through. Wilson's able to see it. Now it's picked up by Cranston, who goes back up top for Kennedy. His shot is blocked, but it comes back to Cranston. He tries to bring it with him. And the Novas are able to clear the zone. Gulls coming close. Nova's trying to get a quick change in. Gulls trying to get some fresh legs out there. Picked up partial 3-on-2. And trying to shot there was Levy. That's deflected. Puck comes to the corner. Pass doesn't get quite out front. Now from the corner. Back up to the blue line. Little DD pass. Dufour's got to find one. He looks for a deflection. Rebound. And all the shots doesn't quite make it through the goaltender with all kinds of legs in front of him. Now the Nova's going to flick a high one up through center. It's going to land here to McDonald. McDonald fires one in. And Espod went to put his trapper down, but went underneath it. But lucky went to the side of the goal, and Gulls will look to move it up ice. Along the boards, kept at the blue line. McMullen. He has a quick turn. He fires one, and that's gloved down and almost dropped in front of Espo. Was Greenwood as he got a piece of it, but it's picked up. And now McKinnon dumps it in deep. He gives chase. Novas get there first. They go behind their own goal. They start to break out. They can't clear the zone. It's going to be picked up here by McMullen as he tries to try again. This time, he's able to get up to McDonald. He's back to McMullen. It's a hard, precise pass. That's a bouncing puck. They're going to say it was deflected. No icing. Won the race either way. And he takes it to the corner as he tried to go back to the blue line. And a big check there along the boards as Zwicker tries to bring it there. Zwicker makes a move. Zwicker gets all hooked up. And you can hear the fans beside me. And I might not argue with him on that one. But either way, referees letting a lot of this go. Back the other way. Here comes Sampson. Sampson looking for it as he takes it to the corner. He's picked off by the Gulls to stop up behind the net. Now from the corner. Up. Quick pass through the middle. That's off Zwicker's stick as it goes inside the Nova zone. They stop up. A little quick pass here to Sampson. He just chips it inside the zone. Gulls turn it right back out. Nova's got to get back on side. 3 goals come quickly on there, and it's Cranston trying to get loose. He can't bring the puck with him. Novas can't clear. Zwicker. He looks out front. Zwicker with the pass. There's a chance here. Wilson down. Rebound. But can't pull the trigger on the other side. Now it's back to Cranston again. He stops and pops. And that one's going to be deflected. Off into the netting and out of play. Just over 4 minutes gone here. Second period. Gulls all over the offensive zone here. Even though the shots clock is not showing because most of them are not getting through. But all kinds of activity in front of the Novas goaltender. We'll get the face-off now. Glove side. Gulls come off with a quick pass out front. Cranston, he's in that familiar spot in the high slot area. His shot hits a shin pad, goes wide. Gulls again keep it in behind the net. Gulls still have it. 3 Novas collapse quickly on them, and they're able to free it. Now they try to clear it as they hit center. Dumping in deep. Espo out to play it. He's going to rim that around himself, but the Nova's going to pick it off in the corner. Just avoiding a check as the Gulls go off the boards. McMullen looks to hold the line. He fires a shot. Blocker save from Espo. Rebound comes all the way to the blue line and does get out. Now it's picked up as Sears trying to one-hand that puck forward. Nova's picked that off. They're going to take it behind their own net. They stop up as they look up ice. Through all 5 minutes gone here in the second. Nova's trying to find some room up through center. They bring it inside the line. Crawford, and he gets a shot there. And Espo watched it just trickle wide. Now here comes Cranston. Cranston has his pass picked off by Peoples. And he looks for a change as he puts it in deep. Backhand pass here, short side. As Cranston going to flick a high one. But it's going to roll up the glass and up into the netting. And out of play. 5:22 gone here, second period, 1-1 hockey game. Both goals coming back in that first period. Nova scoring a late one, tying it up. Face off here, just outside the goal zone, here in the offside dot. Draw is going to come straight back. Looking to skate up ice here is Noel. He puts it in deep. Both teams battling in behind the net. Pops loose here. The blue line. One time by Dufour. Look for a deflection. It gets it, but it goes up high over the goal and off the glass. And the Novas will look to clear it. A cross ice pass, a little bit too far behind his teammates, and now it's picked up by Romard, who gets stopped up at center, and it goes quickly back the other way. Over the line. 3 of them trying to come in. There's a shot that Wilson's able to pad aside. Rebound's picked up and cleared. Up to the middle now. Trying to get a step. Trying to cut here on the inside on the backhand. Fires the shot. Loose. Rebound. And what a save for the paddle. An absolute insane save as Espo reaches back with the paddle and somehow keeps that out. As you can hear him beside me. And he might not be wrong saying save of the year over early in 2026, but he might not be wrong. And that was absolute robbery. Looking like Dominic Hasek back in the early 90s, throwing that back, doing anything he can to keep that puck up. He made the first save, and then he's on his backside, throws the arm out with the stick, and somehow that puck stays out. Novas can't believe it. Shot from the blue line, blocked. Chance here for a partial break. Walked in. There's a go to the backhand, and there's Wilson saying, don't forget about me. And that was almost a partial 2-on-0 in tight. But Lex to keep it was Douglas as he tried to go to the backhand. Wilson stays with them. And now you see the Nova side looking for a call. They're not going to get it. The referees have really put the whistle away, not calling very much. And the Novas able to clear the zone, but bring it back in there. Here comes the Gulls. The chance. Far side, you can just get a piece of that was Wilson. And then top of the shoulder to knock that out. Nova's trying to clear. It's picked up. Looking for some room here on the short side. Trying to bring the puck in is McIsaac. McIsaac trying to go 5-hole. And Espa shuts the door. Rebounds picked up by Purcell. Puts it back in deep. Gulls able to pick it up. Swicker going far side. And almost trying to step there. And he gives a stick a little tap. Was Douglas, as he would have been in alone on the far side, but couldn't quite handle the pass. Now the Novas here at center. Greenwood picks that off. Novas trying to go D to D, goes off his skate, but gets some help as the Novas player was flying around inside the zone. Look for a loose puck. Now the Gulls will look to clear. Gets pushed back at center. They'll bring it back in their own zone again, looking to reset. Now from the far side. Going to hit the red line. Tried to dump it in deep, but it hit the Novas player who tried to clear it out now at the blue line. That's going to be Austin. Looks to go up ice. That's chipped in the zone. Icing's waved off as Greenwood comes back. Takes a bump from Peoples. But the Novas will look to start to skate out. The far side now, looking for some room is Cannon. Cannon stops up, looking out front, look for a redirect as crashing the goal there was Sears. Couldn't quite get a stick on it, gets taken down for his troubles. The Novas fires the line and it hits a player, and Greenwood has to come out. He tries to put it back in. He hit the Novas player in front of him. And now from center, they're looking for a change. They knock it in deep. Espo leads it for Greenwood. Greenwood looks up ice. He's going to hand it off, but couldn't quite connect with that pass. Now McDonald steps back the other way. McDonald gains the line. McDonald steps up. He fires shot, and there's a toe save. And rebound clear to the boards. Now tripped up is Pelham, but Cranston's there to pick up a loose puck. Cranston, he stops. He takes a bump as he puts the brakes on. As he's looking to pull the trigger as McDonald skates it up, puts it inside the zone. Trying to get a step now here on the inside is Crawford. He gets taken hard to the boards as the puck's picked up on the side of the crease by the Gulls. As McKinnon throws into the open corner. He gives chase. Loose puck picked up by the Gulls, looking out front, maybe a chance. Here scores! Loose puck! And quick with the trigger as the Gulls going to regain their lead. And this time it's number 18, Simone Pelham, who's Johnny on the spot. As the puck just lands on his stick just inside the hash marks. He makes no mistake, puts it out upstairs. As we're just over 9 minutes gone here in the second period. Gulls go back up by 1. Now in the draw. Gulls looking for more as they pick it up. That's going to be chipped in by Zwicker. Here's the goal announcement. It was Simon Pellman. Couldn't quite hear the assist markers, but the Novas pick it up and push it out. Partial 2-on-1, but a good defensive play there by Henneberry, who's able to knock that to the corner. And the Gulls get it outside the line. As McMullen, brings it in. He takes a long shot. That's deflected, goes high off the glass. Now to the far side. Gulls gonna knock it loose. That's picked up by the Novas in tight. Likes to shoot that one, looking for some room on the far side, but couldn't find anything between the post and the goaltender. And then the Gulls quickly the other way and stretching the leg, but not trying to stretch it long enough. And offside will be the call. End-to-end action between these two teams. And a great flow to this game as well, as there hasn't been any penalties as of yet, unlike some of the fans here around me that would look for some calls. But either way, no calls, and a lot of time between whistles, and some great flow to this game, which is what we expected between the top two teams here in the U15 league. Now the Novas will look to break out. Just down below me here, Sampson. A little chip and chase as he puts it off the boards, picks up in the corner, and he takes a bump, leaves him behind. They try to go right back. That goes off his skate, and the Gulls look to pick it up and clear the zone. Pass far side. Here's Cranston. He's going to backhand one into the opposite corner. Looking to pick it up is Sears. As the puck goes to the opposite side, Nova's trying to get there first. Gulls have it to the blue line. Here's a long wrist shot. That was going quite high, but Wilson, if he's able to see it, he's been able to stop it, and there's a clear path from the blue line to him. He gets the glove out, holds on. 9:19 remaining now here in the second period. Face-off will come to his left. Both teams making some changes. This face-off, Novas win it back to the corner. Now they look to move it out. On the boards now. They touch up, fires the blue line, but not a big collision there between the two Gulls. I believe it was Dofor and Pelham, but they keep the puck in. Now the Novas get a stick in the way as the pass is made over. McDonald will skate up ice. McDonald trying to cut his way through. He can't get by the defenders. And the Gulls will look to move it out, but it goes off the stick. And picked up again by Ren McDonald, who puts it in deep. Now behind the net, both teams looking for a loose puck. Gulls skated out. From the far boards, up back through the middle. Hitting the red line is McKinnon. He's going to dump it in deep. Trying to get there first is Nordine. His team's making a change down there by himself. Nova's able to pick it out. Now they'll start to break out here along the boards. Looking to go off through the middle. Goes off his skate, lands on his stick, but that's going to be offside. As cutting wide was Remard. But here near us, his teammate a few steps over the blue line first. Offside to be the call. 8:23 remaining here now in the second period. Gulls scoring the only goal here in the second. They regain their 1-goal lead. Face off right in front of the Nova's bench. They win it back. Back at their own blue line. Looking for somebody open. Trying to chip it up ahead. Gulls pick that off and they're quite quickly the other way. Zwicker on that far side. Zwicker likes to shoot. Wilson pads that aside. Back to the corner it goes. Getting there first is Jollymore. He goes back to the blue line. He gets it back to him on the half wall. Novas get it as far as the blue line, and they do chip it out. Trying to move one up ahead. Just trying to stop here. Trying to pull the puck with him. Does. Goes to the backhand, and another beauty save by Espo. As he stays with him and gets the arm on that one. As trying to pull it from side to side and trying to get him going with the backhand. But the Novas keep the puck in. They fire a shot. That misses. McMullen chipping in from the blue line. Save made. Rebound. Another save made. I'm starting to repeat myself here in this shift. Puck loose. The Gulls having the high slot. They move it out. Novas there looking to put it back in, but getting caught on the wrong side of the blue line. And offside will be the call. They're making a change as well. So chances there as Espo with a couple highlight reel saves here in this second period. They're going to bring the face-off to the far offside dot. 7.5 remaining here in the second. Novas gets a draw. Back deep in their own zone. They stop, trying to go off the boards. Gulls pick that off. Now they look to walk out right from the inside the circle. The shot's made, doesn't quite get through. It's bouncing around. Nova's trying to catch up to it. Gulls hold it again. Cranston trying to dance his way through, makes the pass over, quick shot. And there was Cannon, but Wilson able to make another pad save. Now the Novas from the other side, trying to move it up. Big collision there as the puck came through, but McDonald picks it up. Hands it back to his defense, who kind of hit the red line and dumping it deep. A high one to the open corner. The Gulls going to pick it up in strides. The Novas making a change. Now Knoll looks to bring it up through as he dances his way inside the blue line, drops it back. Looking to walk in now is Sears. He takes a shot. And Wilson again gets a piece of that, and the Novas will try to clear. Up through the middle now, trying to find some room is Duggan. He throws a shot over, getting a toe on that, and the rebound just cleared. But as far as the line, I note as McMullen, I apologize, got too many McMulls and too many different teams as the Gulls able to clear. Partial 2-on-1 shaping up. Backhand pass over here. Walking in, trying to get free, but Gak with a good defensive play as Sears tried to take that shot off, but getting a stick on that just as he was getting ready to release the trigger, knocking that wide. Now here comes McDonald. He puts it in deep. But the Novas are making another change. You got to change on the fly a lot here as we've been getting a lot of time with between whistles. And it's thrown back from the far side. Going to be picked up by McDonald. Alex McDonald gives it to his defensive partner and moves up to center. McDonald moves it over. They got to try to stay onside. They do. Little drop pass. Looking to pick it up is Peoples. He gets forced to the corner. Has to take a bump as well. Now the Gulls look to move it out. They do. Race for it on the far side. Was trying to get there is Pelham. Nova's going to pick that off. They're going to rim it around. And looking to catch up to it. Sampson. Sampson has a quick look up by Sampson. Tries to dance to D. But Kennedy forces him to the corner. The Gulls trying to find it. But Novas have it. Takes a shot from a sharp angle. But Espo able to see that. Looks like he was a little off balance as well, but either way he's able to catch it with the glove, make the save, hold on to it. As we're almost 5 minutes to go here now in the second period. Again, as I mentioned earlier, and probably say it a few times this game, these two teams showing why they're 1-2. The Gulls won both meetings that DCU had this season, but one in overtime. And the second was a 1-goal game, and this game shaped up to be exactly the same as those. Right now the Gulls looking to bring it up ice. Nice little pass picked up by Swicker. Swicker trying to find some room here on the short side. Swicker takes it all the way around. Puts the brakes on right from the face-off top. Now he passes it over, but can't pull the trigger as Douglas. And here comes the Novas with a partial 3-on-2 to get inside the zone. Stops here along the wall, look for an opening. Passes it to far D, steps in, top of the circle. He fires a shot. That hit Greenwood, and as he goes down, feeling that one, putting his body in harm's way to block a shot. Now walking off the boards, trying to walk in. There's another shot that gets through. Espo's down. Rebound still loose, and somehow cleared but not out as it's kept in at the blue line. Gulls have it behind the net though, as the Novas with all kinds of pressure. Novas are making a change, maybe a chance here for Zwicker as he loses the puck at center, trying to get back up. But it's knocked loose, and it's McIsaac in his own zone. He hands it over. So look up ice. I think that might have hit a player on the boards. As the whistle goes. And they're going to point down to the far offside dot right in front of the Gulls bench. I'm pretty sure it hit a glove, and see the player being attended to on the Gulls bench. I'm sure from taking that shot block. Either way, now Novas will keep an eye on him. Novas trying to clear it out. They get it to the center. Gulls looking to force him right back in, just below us. Looking to find some room here. Sears with a pass out front, couldn't quite connect. Cranston going to cycle it down low. Sears going to leave it. Cannon gives chase. Novas find it. Trying to move it up, but it's held in by Cranston. Cranston loses the handle. Novas can't clear. Now there's a shot from Knoll from the blue line. That misses wide on the short side. Novas will look to chip it out. They do get it to center. Gulls reset inside their own zone, trying to chip one up ahead. Crawford trying to move it right back, but the Gulls pick it off and move forward by Cannon. Cannon trying to find in the corner. As the Novas able to pick it out of the scrum, they move it up through the middle. It goes through the skates. And the Gulls will reset here again. Here's Henneberry. He makes a pass far side. He's going to come inside the zone. And looking up and seeing white jersey a little too close for comfort is Wilson. He's going to hold on. Shots on goal now, 25-17 in favor of the Novas, but they're down by 1. 2:54 remaining here, second period. Face-off one back by the Gulls. And standing on the blue line is Kennedy. He tries to fire one through. That hits something in front, goes wide. Gulls pick up a loose puck, goes the other side. This time firing a shot. It does get through. But the rebound's picked up and cleared. Here comes the Novas. The Novas just avoiding a check as he brings the puck inside the line of Sampson. And they avoid another one as well. The puck comes to the far side and getting flipped over there, chipping in from the blue line, but the Gulls trying to move it along the boards. Novas have it. Back to the blue line. Walking in, quick shot from McDonald. That hit a body in front. You see, man, I think it's the same player as well. He had hit twice. Greenwood, as he's all over the ice, blocking another chance here. He gets on his backhand, trying to go forehand, and another block. That's like 4 block shots from Greenwood here in a matter of shifts. But now we're going to get a whistle.
Good job, bud.
And I believe that might have hit a glove again on the clearing attempt. So the faceoff's going to stay inside the zone as they're inside now. 2 minutes to go. As the fans get into it up here all around me. Great to be right in the middle. And of course, we're as neutral as you can be. No skin in the game for us. We just enjoy good hockey, and this is as good as it can get between these two clubs, and it's been a fun one. There's still lots left to be played. We get to the later stages here, the second period. The Gulls put in deep. Wilson got to play. They had to look up and see the Cranston right on top of them. They had to move it quickly. Now the Novas do move it outside the line. The Gulls right there to put it right back in deep. They've got the memo here so far. Get pucks deep as the Novas will try to clear again. They move it up. That's knocked down. 2-on-2 shaping up. McDonald kind of holding himself, walks in and scores! Old knuckle puck through the legs of Espo. Similar to the first period where they score one, not quite in the late stages as it was in the first, but still with 1:25 remaining. Novas, McDonald, and it's Lincoln McDonald tying this thing up at 2 as he's able to go from his own end, come up, cut middle, and just inside the ringette line. I think he might have fooled Espo in the shot because I don't think he got everything he wanted on that. And it's kind of up on edge and made its way through the wickets of Espo. And now here comes the Novas again. They'd love to have their first lead of the game as they bring the puck back up. But the Gulls right there to take it off. They like to regain the lead, of course, before the break as they look to break it wide. Look for a pass out front. Wilson pushes that aside. Now and behind. Frazier trying to find it. He picked up a loose puck. He's going to go high and hard off the boards. Picked up now by Greenwood at center. He backhands one over to Zwicker, who hands it off to Levy. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Novas look to move it ahead. Now it's Sampson. Sampson can't make anything happen. Gulls again from inside their own line. Touch it up. Zwicker trying to find it. They're just going back and forth through the neutral zone here. As Kennedy, a little backhand pass far side. The Gulls move up the center. Novas right there, dumping in deep. Only 25 seconds remaining here in the second. Novas making a quick change. Gulls trying to catch him on said change, but Zwicker able to deflect that in, so no icing. As McMullen moves up quickly and put in deep as time ticking down in the corner. Puck still loose, trying to come off of it, but the Gulls going to hold it. They put it down deep. The horn's going to go. Well, that's going to do it for us after 2 periods. We're deadlocked at 2. Shots on goal 27-17 in favor of the Novas. We're going to take a short break here. I'm going to try to get my breath back. Those first 2 periods tell you something. You're not going to want to miss the third. We'll see you everybody about 10 minutes. And just like that, we are back as we welcome the players back to the ice level. 2 periods have solved nothing. We're all equal at 2. Shots after 2 were 27-17 in favor of the Novas. And we saw 2 highlight reel saves there from the Gulls goaltender, Wyatt Espo. We'll see what the third has to bring here as they blow the whistle. We'll get everybody to center ice. 20 minutes back on the clock. Like I said, Gulls have taken the 2 matches, but 1 in overtime, and the other one was a 1-goal game. This is shaped up to the exact same. And with the draw, we get this thing going. Third period, Gulls from their own zone. Fresh sheet of ice. And with the speed and skill of these 2 clubs, I'm expecting to see a lot. And here's Cranston. Going to hand it off to his D. Looks to give it back to him. Takes a bump, but he's able to move the puck. Now they put it to the open boards. Nova's looking to move it right back. Crawford looking for a change. He's going to backhand 1 in deep. Chance here for the Gulls, as Chase Knoll avoids a check. Is fresh off the bench there to be able to get over to Greenwood. Greenwood now. Greenwood here. Greenwood fires out short side. Wilson able to pad that aside, but he crashed the goal, gets his own rebound. Looks to go back to the blue line, but his defender went one way. His pass went the other way, and down chasing it as Espo is going to come with the plane himself as he looks up and sees a Nova player on him quickly. Now along the boards. Pops up to the blue line, and looked like it popped. The official said no, but take no chances was the Nova's defender as he came back in, then he put it right back inside. Now the Gulls will try to clear. Here in the near boards. Quick pass over far side. Trying to find some room here. Kennedy, that's Zwicker, trying to go back over front. Couldn't quite get the pass through. Puck's going to come to the blue line. Kept in. Put deep in the corner. Some room here for the Novas as they look up ice. Crawford. Can't quite get the pass out. Back the other way. Little one-on-one. Tried the little toe drag shot. Rebound comes through. Wilson down. And a big save. But rebound gets as far as the blue line. Not out. Novas will try the other side. Didn't look like much of a play setting up there, but all of a sudden the puck was right in a good spot and a good shot in tight, but Wilson had to be sharp with. Now Sampson stops up just inside the line. He's waiting for some reinforcements. Hands it off. McMullen, he walks and he fires one. That might have hit something in front as Espo looked up quickly as it went up over his mask. Now the Gulls try to clear. Far side. Up to the middle, Jollymore. Hits the red line, look for a change as he dumps in deep. This is similar action that we've seen in the first 2 periods as we go a long time without whistles. Greenwood looks to move one up. They put it just inside the line. Novas trying to spin away from a forecheck. And a backhand pass almost picked off as Crawford does get outside the line. Gulls right there to put it back in. Novas from the far side. Hands it off. McDonald looks to go up ice. Glove down by Crawford. Tried to get up to the rowward. Couldn't quite connect with the pass. Now the Gulls put it in deep by Pelham. Novas looked to turn up ice, trying to catch the Gulls in that change. Here's Crawford. He tries to go cross ice. That pass hits Cannon skate, He tried to move it up. Now trying to dance his way through. It's loose, but couldn't quite get a hard enough shot. If he would have liked it, he got right in front of the Gulls goaltender. Now there's a shot from Frazier. He was looking for the old tip screener rebound in front and did get tipped to the corner. And Lincoln McDonald, trying to spin away. He's got to put it right down deep. That goes behind the goal. He heads for a change. Gulls look to pick it up in the corner and look to bring it up ice. Hand off. Chipped in. Icing's waved off. Trying to get that back there first, but watch out as overskate the puck. But Wilson paying attention on the side of his goal crease. Sees the loose puck. He's got to collapse on that quickly and hold on and force a face-off. 3.5 pretty well gone here in the third period. Epic pace to start this third as teams going end-to-end. This face-off goes to the corner. Both teams looking for it. Players good, knocked down, trying to get back up with the puck. The Gulls have it. From the corner, looking out front. Hits a few skates, still in the skates, as the Nova was able to push it to the far side. Sampson going to skate it back now as he takes it in behind. He looks up ice. He's going to put it off the boards. And skating backward with Austin, he's able to put it in deep. Sampson going to get there first. Austin trying to find a loose puck. He pushed it to the far boards. Dances on the blue line. Chips it to himself. Now to the corner. Austin still with it. Now he looks for a pass over front. That goes off a skate or two. Forced to the boards. And the Gulls will start to bring it up ice. They hit the red line. They dump it in deep. They're looking to make a change down there, trying to knock a puck loose. It's in the skates here. Here the official on the far side yell, move it. Novus pick it up. They start to move it. It is going to come outside the line. They're trying to get a quick change in. Gulls trying to bring it right back in. There's a quick shot. Blocker to the side. As walking in was Chase Knoll. There's a big collision there. As without the puck, both two players looked up and ran into each other. They both get right up as well. They're going high off the boards, but take the funny bounce off the glass. Almost came right back out front. Novus will try again. On the boards. Chipped up ahead. McIsaac trying to get loose. McIsaac is chased to the corner. He's trying to skate through a few checks. Get some help. Now fresh off the bench and cruising in. Didn't get much on the shot, but did redirect it towards the goal. And Espa able to hold on, make the save, force a face-off. 5:07 gone here now in the third period. Face-off over on the far side. The official trying to get them all lined up. Gulls win that draw. They look to skate out. They clear it out to the neutral zone. Novus put it right back in. Gulls will try again. They're going to try the other side this time. Going to chip one in. This one should go the length of the ice. And as the whistle goes, icing will be the call. I mentioned earlier I didn't think you could change on icing, but I forgot in U15 you can. Too many leagues, too many levels. Different rules. Face off inside the zone now. Shots 28-21 in favor of the Novas. This face off trying to go straight ahead with it. Second attempt does come outside the line. McMullen hands it back. And they start to move up. Crawford here on the short side. He hands it off. As Lincoln McDonald tries to find some room. He gets forced to the corner, trying to come out with it. Looking to take it in behind, has it knocked off his stick, and the Gulls that quickly look to turn up ice. They're going to clear it out to center. McDonald moves over his defensive partner, skates up to the red line, going to put it right back in deep. And a bouncing puck, and I believe the net was knocked off in behind Espa as the whistle goes. And there it is, they knock it back on. The dump in took a funny bounce. And Espa, I believe, bumped the post there by accident. That'll keep the face-off in the Gulls zone as we approach 6 minutes gone here in the third period. Face-off to the half wall that the Gulls are able to clear. Nova's trying to put it right back in. They would be offside to give the Gulls a chance to look up ice. Now from the far side. Quick pass here is Pelham trying to leave it. As trying to find some room to move there with Nordine. Puts it a little bit too far ahead, and the Novas will try to clear far side. Gulls there to pick that pass off. They force the Novas back in deep. Little bounce pass behind the net for Frazier, who starts to move along the boards. Pelham holds the line, trying to walk in, trying to use that long reach as he pokes up ahead. Still battling along the boards. As he puts it down deep now, Ray McDonald will try his luck on the far side. He clears it out. And just jumping off the bench there, or jumping onto the bench, sorry, was the Gulls player. The puck went right by his feet, but the Novas able to pick it up deep. On the backhand, they'll drop, walking in from the blue line now. Frazier, he can't pull the shot. He looks for a pass out front. Glove down the far side, puck's loose, and it squirts just outside the other side of the crease. And spinning and turning there is McDonald. He puts it down deep. Gulls will try again, looking to clear. Just down below us, takes a bump, forces up ahead. It was deflected, so no icing. Gulls get there first of all. Big collision there in the corner. Novas clear it out to center. Picked up by Greenwood. Greenwood hands it off. Levy, as they stay on side. Levy pass over the middle. There's a shot. That hit his own player in front as he's trying to do a little flyby. McDonald trying to go to the opposite side. Puck bounces around. Gulls force it out front. Novas picked that off. They're going to clear it out. See if this one makes it far enough for icing or not. No, icing's going to be waved off. Gulls get forced back in deep. As Adam Levy tries to force it out. Forced back deep though. As Duggan looking to find some room in behind the net. Goes to the opposite corner. Nova's all over the puck here in this exchange. Gulls forcing it high out the glass. Can't clear though, picked off again as McIsaac. And again, fans and coaches looking for a call. Referees say no, haven't seen one yet. Now we're going to see the first one as the referee's arms up. And we're going to get a tripping call. So 2 periods and a half, we get our first penalty, and it's going to go against the Novas as it's number 13, Colton McIsaac, going to go serve 2 or less on the trip call. So opportunity for the Gulls to regain their lead. They had it in the first and they had it again in the second. Novas came back each time. As they wait for the power play unit to come up for the Gulls. Penalty killers out there for the Novas. Face off will come here Trapper side, and the Gulls get the draw. Greenwood just holds the line. Walking in, look for a backdoor pass, and couldn't quite get that through. As standing there was Sears looking to knock that home. With a kind of, it wasn't quite a clean pass, but either way, Sears on the doorstep trying to whack away at it. Now back from their own zone. Greenwood gonna drop it off, trying to wind it up is Sears. Sears gonna one-hand one in deep. He's gonna give chase as it comes in behind. Nova's hammer to the far side, but it's blocked off. Trying to come off the boards with it. Nova's trying to find it. Both teams whacking into the Novs. The Novas do find a loose puck, knock it down on the ice. 50 seconds gone here on the power play. Greenwood going to bring it up ice this time. Greenwood down below us as he gains entry to the zone. He fires one. That was deflected. That one went up high. And now a loose puck, maybe a short-handed break. He pushes a little bit too far ahead, and Espo comes out to play it. Now Frazier going to knock it back in as Sampson almost sent in alone, short-handed. 50 seconds remaining here now in the power play. Here comes the Gulls. And it's Cranston bringing it in. He slows things down. Look at the chip one along the boards. Picked up by Pelham. Goes back here to the blue line. Knoll moves it far side. Gets it back. Look for some traffic in front. Hands it off. Cranston, he stops up. He looks for a pass out front. And they had a couple players sitting on the doorstep. Nobody can get a shot off now. Cranston from the blue line. He walks in. He has a quick look. He looks for some traffic. He goes far side with it. Picked up now by Kennedy. Cranston walked in. He fires a shot. He tries to go low blocker. That Wilson's able to turn aside. 7 seconds remaining in the power play. As a penalized player gets ready to step on the ice. Little cross ice pass, but he went to the bench. And the Novas take advantage and able to clear it down the length of the ice as they're back to 5-on-5 as the penalty's over. Nova's looking to feed off that now. They try to bring the puck in. They do knock it deep. We picked up by Paxton Kennedy. Goes cross ice. Pass comes back. And they race for it. As Pelham trying to catch up. Novas get there first. They'll try the other side. They hit center. Off a skate. Knocking in deep. Getting there first is McIsaac. Trying to find a puck in the corner. Gulls pick it out of the scrum. They look to chip one up ahead. And icing's going to be waved off. As McMullen is able to get it to the far side. Another chip and chase. This one's going to come right on top of Espo. And he's got to be careful. That puck dropped down low right in front of him. And he's going to glove it, hold on to it. 8:44 remaining third period. 2-2 hockey game. Shots 28-23 in favor of the Novas. As you see, we get to the later stages of this hockey game. Both teams starting to throw everything towards the goal. This face-off in the skates. Gulls pick it out behind their own goal. Looking to move it up. Off the boards. Trying to connect with McKinnon here at center. McKinnon trying to get by the defender as he chips it in. Looking to get some help now from Nordin. Looking for a loose puck. He gets taken down for his troubles as he had his head down moving the puck, but the Nova's able to clear it out. Gulls look to put it right back in. McMullen hands it off. Novus looked to chip one up ahead, take a funny bounce off the glass, but able to hold it, looking to fire one, and a rebound as Avery Dykers almost had an opportunity. Espo able to turn aside, and the Gulls quickly back the other way. Nordine trying to get a step here on the short side. He loses the handle. Picking up for is Noel Remard. He's got some speed by himself there, 1-on-4 as he take it down as he runs into the D and gets sandwiched as he takes the shot. And Espa there to make the save and hold on, no rebound. As we're down under 8 to go here in the third. Will we see extra hockey here, which will only be fitting between these two clubs here on Hockey Night in Tantallon. Trying for a long stretch pass. It's deflected as trying to go there with Sears. But the Nova's able to find it in the corner. Trying to go along the boards. Fires the blue line, but not out. Kept in. Second effort there by the Nova's able to pick the pocket, send it down the length of the ice. Not far enough for icing. Now, there's almost stolen in behind the goal as taking a chance there was Noel. But he's able to get it inside the line. There's the pass back toward crashing the goal as Sears threw that. Looking for a redirect, couldn't quite get his stick on it, was his teammate. Gulls there along the board, though, looking to force it deep. Novus picked that off. They try to clear. That's picked off by Cannon. He loses the handle. Now Novus this time able to get it just outside the blue line. Kennedy up through the middle to Cranston. Quickly over to Sears, who gives chase to the corner. Puck pops out, chipping in from the blue line. No, walking in, firing a shot. That's blocked in front. Novus will clear. This was going to come into the goal zone. Novus trying to get a change in. Novus looking to move it. Collapsed on that as the Gulls trying to look to move it up ice quickly. As Kennedy puts it in deep. McMullen picks it up. Reverse it here to Crawford on the short boards. He takes a bump as he puts it up to the middle. Now Roward tries to bring a loose puck in. Levy looking to move it up to the middle again. These teams battling here in the neutral zone. There's a pass here on the far side. Looking to skate in. Looking for some room. Trying to get by the D, but gets taken down. They skated right into him, and the Gulls will look to clear. And another check there along the boards, but the Gulls have the loose puck. Looking to find some room to move as he hits the red line, dumps it in deep. Gulls trying to get a change in. Nova's going to skate up ice now. Looking cross ice, goes off a stick. Crawford trying to find it. Going to get some help there from Rod. As he looks for a change, and the Gulls will look to skate up, almost ran into his own player. That's going to be on the wrong side of the blue line as the puck was knocked back in. 5:33 left here, should we say regulation in the third period. Face-off will come just here in front of the Gulls bench. On the draw. And we'll redo that draw as the Gulls try to knock it up. It gets deflected, lands in their bench. This draw, one back, Novus. This time they put it in deep. So they're going behind the net, looking to pick it up. There is no. He goes along the boards. Novus pick it off, and the Isaac just threw one towards the goal, misses wide. Gulls will look to clear on the opposite side. The puck into skates. 3 black jerseys, 2 white jerseys trying to knock that loose. Still in the skates as it comes up to the middle. Everybody looking for it. Novus have it. They knock it in deep. Comes in behind. Looking to pick it up there is Henneberry. But the Novus take that. They're able to get back to the blue line. Frazier moves it over. There's a quick shot. Misses on the near side. And as Espo goes from post to post, there's a late hit as well as the net was knocked off. Now everybody looking for a dance partner as a crowd assembles behind the net. Referee's arms down. Doesn't look like anything's going to come from that. It's 4:44 remaining here in the third period. But they do some adjustments behind the Gulls goaltender to the net, trying to knock that in. Give it a little extra tap, trying to make sure it doesn't come off again. This goalie's getting stronger and stronger. And there's a pass, trying to come out front, comes in behind, sharp angle shot. Espo gets a piece of that. Nova's again with it. On the backhand, spinning and turning, looking out front. Gulls take that away. Third time's a charm, but this time pass a little bit too hot for his teammate as he had to go off his stick and deflect it up and out of play. A few more seconds tick off the clock. Face off this time will come to the far side. Trying to go straight ahead with it with the Novas, and a big bump there as he gets sandwiched between two Gulls players. Stays up on his feet trying to knock the puck loose. The Gulls look to move a high one, and we're going to a lot of whistles and a lot of pucks staying inside the Gulls zone as both teams doing a good job on the puck budget for the Gulls. There's a lot of them going out of play. This puck, this time, the Gulls have it. They're going to skate out, trying to come up through the neutral zone, trying to find some room as they chip it into the corner. Give chase, trying to avoid a check as the Novas trying to knock it loose along the boards now. Gulls have it. Quick pass here. Greenwood, he's going to step out. He fires a shot. He gets through, rebounds down. Wilson's down. Where's the puck? Somewhere. It's underneath Wilson as he's able to dive out and freeze that puck at the top of his crease as the Gulls have been in their own zone for a little while. So Wilson hadn't seen a little bit of action in a few, but he was ready for that one as we're now under 4 to go here in the third. Face off coming blocker side to the Novas goaltender. And the Novas trying to find loose puck. Gulls have a spinning and turn, firing. That hit something in front. Goes just sharply wide here on the short side. Novas able to clear out the center. Gulls trying to put it right back. Novas will reset inside their own zone. A quick cross ice pass just in front of the Gulls player stick. And here comes the Novas trying to gain entry to the zone. Lose the puck in the skate, but gets it right back. Spinning, turning, fires. That goes off his skate. And the Gulls will look to skate out. Out through the middle now. Here comes Sears. Sears trying to find some room. He steps up. He fires. Scores! What a shot! Using the defender as a screen and fire an absolute laser beam. Far corner. Wilson can't believe it. And Sears is fired up. What a shot, folks. With a wrister there, and he just fired it back far side up under the bar. Giving the Gulls their lead back again. Scoring the goal, the only goal here so far in the third. 3:22 up on the clock. Wait for the official goal announcement. That got the Gulls fans going here as the Novas now looking to pick the puck up deep in their own zone. Here's the goal announcement. Cranston and Greenwood getting the assist markers there on Sears' goal. Face off was offside. Got to come back to the far offside dot. This face off in the skates. Gulls able to clear the zone. Looking to go for a skate now. Trying to bring the puck through. Can't quite toe drag there is Swicker. And the Novas quickly move it up. Gulls pick it up at center. Of course, they want to try to keep this as far away from their goaltender as possible. Swicker going to fire a shot. That hit a leg in front. Comes right on top of Wilson. But he's going to hold on to that. And he didn't like Zwicker coming in and looking for a rebound as he covered it with a big mitt. Gives a little love tap. Let him know he knew he was there. Nothing comes from that. Just under 2:50 remaining here in the third. As Sears scored to give the Gulls the lead here in the later stages of the third period. So far, every time the Novas have they been able to respond, are they going to have enough time? As the Gulls win the drop. The Novas pick the puck off, though. They're looking to go off to the race's far side. Gets forced to the far boards. They have to reset back inside their own zone. Looking up ice and going to chip one in there was Austin. Getting there first is Kennedy. Forced it to the far side. Gulls try to move it out. Kept it at the blue line. They try to knock one towards Espo. It's going to be a high one, but he's going to take no chances. Is he going to get the glove on that? Hold on. Force a face-off. A few more seconds tick off the clock. Of course, Gulls trying to speed this up. Time going a little too fast for the Novas. As Espo looked like he was skating to the bench for the moment, but now he skates back. Well, we thought there was going to be a timeout or not, but either way, face off inside the zone. Novas have it, but the puck's on a pop and it's held in. Good call by the official there. Good job by Crawford to reach back and keep that on the line and dump it back in deep. Now from the corner. Gulls find it as it pops out. Now with some speed up to the middle. Here's Cranston trying to dance his way through. He can't get by the skate of the defender, and then Novas quickly that back the other way. Far side trying to take the shot. Fans on the first attempt. Second attempt goes on the side of the goal. Now it's from in behind. I had a quick look over my shoulder. Nova's goaltender still in the net. And they have it behind. There's a pass out front. Couldn't quite get all the stick on that one. And it's held in at the line. Trying to chip a pass out front. That hits the defender in front. I keep looking at the Novas bench and looking at the goaltender. Novas have it. Back to the blue line. McDonald. Quick pass far side. Here's a shot. That gets through. Rebound is forced to the corner. Novas hold the line as the Gulls just fire one. There's a deflection. They score! As the Gulls can't clear, that hits a stick in front. And that one goes upstairs as well. We're all tied at 3. And I believe it's going to be number 23, Noel Remard. And I apologize if I'm butchering that last name, but the Novas don't care who scored, just that they've tied it up, that they've done every time so far here throughout this hockey game. 1:27 left up on the clock. Will we see one before the end of regulation, or are we going to see extra hockey here this evening? It's been a long day here with High Button Sports. Well, we are excited to be here, and this game has been a great one. It's quite muffled here, and I do apologize. I can't quite hear the announcement sometimes. It's loud in here as well. But maybe here is McDonald. He's trying to end this in regulation as he fired one towards the goal as we're at the last minute of play here now in the third. Austin backhands one over to the far side. They just back on side as walking in is Peoples trying to get a backhand shot. Gulls able to clear, and this one's going to lower the length of the ice, and icing is going to be the call. 44 seconds up on the clock. Faceoff will come back in the Gulls zone. What a time here for the Novas to get their first lead of the hockey game. As the Gulls have had 3, and 3 times the Novas has come back. They haven't had a lead yet. This is the time if you want one. It's now. As the faceoff's one back, goes to the opposite corner. Both teams give chase. Getting there first is going to be Lincoln McDonald. Puck pops out, and the Gulls are going to be able to clear. Novas, Alex McDonald going to just dump it back in deep to the far boards. Gulls trying to clear. They pick it up. 20 seconds left on the clock. Trying to skate one up ahead. He's looking for a change. He's just going to dump it in. Wilson way over his crease. Now the Novas, will they have enough time to move it up ice? Crawford. He's going to dump a high one. You got to be careful. And you look for that old knuckle bounce right in front of Espo. As we quick look up at the clock, 5 seconds. I think the Gulls are going to elect just to hold on to it. There's a long shot at the horn. But that's got to do it here. 3 periods, solved nothing. We're going to get overtime here, folks. Shots at the end of regulation, 33-26 in favor of the Novas. I'm going to take a quick break here, get it set up for overtime, try to get my voice back. We'll see everybody about 1 to 2 minutes for overtime. All right, it looks like we're getting ready to go here for overtime. On the ice for the Novas, I've got Remard, who tied it up. Sampson and McMillan on the other side. We've got, going to get a chance to mention, I'll tell you in a sec. He's trying to dance his way through and look for some room there is Asher Sampson. Nothing to have him, but it's going to be number 14, Grayson Sears. And of course, he's got Cranston with the Sears trying to be the hero as he came in with one hand trying to get around the defender. Now he gets knocked down. As he, Gulls fan looking for a call. And of course, back on the blue line, number 4, Greenwood. So Greenwood, Cranston, and Sears. Sears had a chance here, trying to get by, trying to push it with one hand, then takes a little shot after the whistle. But the referee hasn't called many penalties here this evening. They're not going to call that one as well. Face-off now going to come to the far side. Try to get the line up for the draw. Comes right back to Greenwood. Greenwood, he walks. Greenwood, he's going to fire. This for deflection as Cranston was buzzing around in the front of the goal. Now Cranston, shot there as Sears with a shot in tight. And down is Wilson, as Wilson had to make 2 saves. First one high in the shoulder. Second one down as it's bouncing around the top of the crease. Now the Novas will pick it up. They look to have their first opportunity, or I should say their second opportunity, as they have one right off the draw. Now here's Sampson. Sampson has a little look. Sampson going to bring it back out, looking to reset. As he didn't like how it looked, they get back onside. Sampson trying to find some room. Sampson by himself, 1-on-3. He's got to lose the handle, but it's held in by Remard, who takes it far as Sampson heads to the bench. Fresher player comes on for the Novas. And he goes cross ice, trying to get open, top of the slot, fires one, but misses that one just high and wide there on that far side, trying to go high glove. Now it's going to be time for the Gulls to bring it up ice. And it's Cranston. Cranston by himself as his teammates make a change. He goes for the pass far side, walking in fresh off the bench, fires one. A nice save there as ripping that one on goal was Zwicker. Wilson turns it aside. Now the Novas will start to slow things up from behind their own net. As Colin Crawford winds one up, almost toe picks himself, but keeps going as he picks the puck, trying to walk his way through, loses the handle, and the puck will come outside. And then it goes off the stick of Austin, and he's trying to dive back to make the play. As Zwicker was almost had a chance there. And Novas will try again here. For about 2 minutes gone here in the extra frame. From the corner, they go cross ice with it. Spinning back is McMullen. As he looks up ice, he's going to step back. He's going to leave it now for Asher Sampson. Sampson trying to get some speed. Sampson down to one last player to beat. He steps up. He can't get the shot through. As sending his way was Kennedy. Loose puck picked up, moved over. McDonald walking in. He fires a shot, scores! The overtime winner. It's the captain. And I believe, sorry, I said McDonald, but that might be McMillan. Either way, find her goal. And it's going to be the Novas. This time, they get their first lead of the game, and it comes in overtime, and they take this one 4-3. If these two teams end up meeting in the playoffs, it is going to be an absolute thriller. What a game. Hats off to both teams. Hats off to both goaltenders as well, as they made some great saves. But the Novas take this one in overtime. Want to thank everyone. And it was, I had to double check. It was McMillan. I do apologize. Oliver McMillan, the overtime hero. I couldn't tell if it was 8 or 9. Either way, Novas don't care who scored. They just know they took this one. Mike Elliott, High Button Sports. Hope you had as much fun as we did up here in the booth. Want to thank everybody again for watching. We'll see you next game.